Like it's,
You'd be a fool not to like look.
I'd be like, birdseed, you say? Go on.
That's a great intro to the video.
Yeah. So glad you
Birdseed?
went
Yeah,
there.
that's
Birdseed?
probably
Go on.
that's
Are we going to talk about birdseed for the rest of the stream tonight? Because
that's
We've
probably is.
actually changed our channel's direction. All birdseed all the time.
we just review birdseed now. From first-hand experience, obviously.
I was gonna say it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
We grade them by mouthfeel, for
Mhm.
sure.
Which feels most like a bag of sand.
Yes.
Um,
You all win. Congratulations.
I don't think you're holding birdseed, Paul.
Wish I could remember the rest of that 40-year-old virgin quote.
Anyway,
Apparently, Justin actually wants birdseed reviews, so appreciate that. What else?
See, there's this whole thing we could do. We could set up a whole bunch of different tests with intelligent birds. We could make sure that like they choose what seed they get, and we could rate it by popularity. Like, what's the most popular bird seed?
do you honestly think that intelligent birds are going to hang out with us three? Jesus.
Well,
It's like
dumb enough to want to be
we
around
might be
people like
grading
us.
on a curve before this thing even starts, man. It's
The world's dumbest raven.
Yeah.
It's just a seagull painted black.
he keeps on putting birdseed in the water to make the water float. It's
Oh, don't
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right. You heard that. To make the water float.
yeah.
I'm just reminded
We're
of
gonna go
that
there.
that video of the raccoon with a big thing of cotton candy, and he's gonna go wash it in some water, and it vanishes. And his little mitts as he scrambles for it. It's the saddest thing.
Yes. Agreed.
Is that the email that you just got earlier, by any chance?
No. My grandpa occasionally sends me emails of stuff, and sometimes they're not viruses. Malicious old bastard.
Hey, man, if he got scammed, so can you.
That's how that works. Yeah. Currently have about 30 sparrows.
Are you too good to get scammed with your grandpa?
Yeah, come on.
I'm a little bit too
Families
good for that.
who get scammed together stay together. That's, or something. It's,
I don't like
Ben,
that.
good evening. Justin,
Ben?
cheers, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, do we want to get on who's carrying what now in the hey?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
We could ask the guys as well. There's 7 people watching. Some of them are probably carrying things.
You would hope so, right?
Indeed. Who wants to go first?
Who's on first? Dennis and I were out camping, so well, I wasn't out camping, and I wasn't with Dennis. Paul, what are you carrying?
I was going to say, it's no surprise. I'm carrying my angst. Because angst.
I love the way that Joe decided who was going first.
Yeah.
We were camping. I wasn't camping. And I wasn't even close to this guy either.
No. But hey, I bet we both had some smoke this weekend, so that was great.
Mm-hmm. The angst, you say. That's a pretty picture of the angst.
Great
Yeah.
little knife.
So,
Is that the zoomed in picture by any chance?
yeah, that's why I got the scroll
Let's
bars.
zoom out for all the picture glory. If
Really?
we're going to do these EDC pictures, I want to see what's up.
Yeah, you want to see the white bars that are on the on the picture here? Because
Perfect. Yes.
that's I tried to get rid of them. See if you scroll in a bit.
When I asked if it was zoomed in,
It was. It
not
was
exactly what I was going for there. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
I don't know why it saved it like that. That's super weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I took it sideways, even.
Maybe that's what did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Black Rust, Matt, Sea Snake in the 308. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yep.
Paul, do you still plan on dyeing this thing?
I sure do. I was going to go to Michael's and buy some dye. And then I found out that the dye that I specifically want is online only. Because they're jerks.
Potentially Fabricland, but anyway, I think Northland Mall. Anyway,
They've got
For
one there,
those
yeah.
viewers that happen to live in Calgary, which actually several of them do. But anyway,
Yeah.
Joe, what were you carrying all weekend? We were not in the city limits, so we got to play with fun stuff. So I imagine.
Oh, actually, since I spent basically no time outdoors, I was playing with something a lot smaller than what you were probably carrying.
There's a dick joke in there somewhere, I'm sure.
You wouldn't have to look very
It's
hard for it.
Just below the surface, very hard.
Terrible. I was actually testing out a new blade grind I've been doing with my friction folders.
Oh, I see. Some shameless self-promotion.
A little bit,
If
but
I'm all
honestly,
for it.
that was the only knife in my pocket for the entire weekend. Lord of the Rings marathon. So the most I did was cut up pizza boxes and open cases of beer. That was pretty much
You
it.
did an Instagram story hard use as you were opening up pizza boxes like a real EDC champion.
No, I'm nowhere near as hard.
Fisk.
I was just gonna say I'm nowhere near as hardcore as Mr. Fisk, so I didn't capture any of it on Instagram.
Was it Papa John's at least? Come on.
No, it was Little Caesars. It was nowhere near as good as Papa John's. But
yeah, it's true. That's not deserved a nice
hot
cut.
and ready pizzas.
With the amount of beer we were having, any pizza would have tasted fine, to be honest. So yeah,
Just like that.
I just gotta say,
yeah,
I love this new grind. I really like
the machine stepping. Yeah,
I'm into it.
I was a little worried about it gripping material as I was cutting through it, but honestly, it's not that far off from a standard like Scandi grind. Or high saber, I guess you could call it. Yeah.
You're a high saber.
Not anymore. No.
Really?
Mm.
You got it out of your system before we went live? That's the opposite of what everyone else on this channel does. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Just quick shout out to Nigel in chat, Dick Richards, and
Hey,
John.
guys.
Hey guys,
What up?
glad you could join us.
Nice.
I guess it's me, last but not least.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I was out in the
Said
mountains.
not least.
There we go.
Well, you two can fight over that position. It's fine.
So
Well played.
okay. So there. This is why Dennis wanted the unzoomed photo because he actually, tried.
Hey, mine's prettier than shit, man.
Oh, it sure is, dude.
I
Yeah.
was out in the woods. I was carrying the Tom Brown. This thing's a tank.
Fuck yeah.
The big
yeah.
boy. None of this medium neck knifey.
Apparently, super hard to come by. If what I've been hearing recently is to be believed.
In some places, I mean, yeah.
Here, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit because that is not a stock finish on that blade.
And I got harassed actually by Matt Black Frost about taking secondary knives because I was mainly wood processing with this thing. I was batoning through because the thing is a tank. But I normally carry a belt knife when I'm around the campfire and hiking and whatever. And it's always a hard choice for me. And I got harassed about always putting the grizzly cub into this category and never taking it because it's too pretty. So I took it. I took it this weekend. It got some batoni action. It got a lot of paracord action. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. It did some food prep as well. Might have gotten the back of my finger, but anyway. It cut a little bit of everything this weekend. It's good. It's good.
Yep.
I approve of Matt giving you shit.
Somebody's gotta, right?
Yeah.
I approve.
And my Tom Brown still feather sticks like a beast, and then batons. So as far as fire making goes, holy!
Do you use the hook to feather stick?
Yeah, stab it in reverse grip and then peel the wood back, and it makes coils like crazy. Yeah. So, and then even batoning. The sawback actually kills the baton less than the swedge on the Trailmaster. The swedge on the Trailmaster just chews up a baton.
I guess
and
that
even though
kind of
this
makes
thing's
sense.
a saw, yeah, with it being 1/4 inch, 5/16, whatever this pig is.
And there is that flat section towards the tip that you could try and make more contact in that area, I'd imagine.
You're using a baton that's more than this big. You're going to come in contact.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
But
did you use the sawback?
No. There was no barbed wire to twist. So the cattle ranchers would have been really upset about that. We went on a long hike. I don't know.
Oh, I would have been teasing somebody about it at one point. Just been like fake cutting down a tree with the sawback.
Mm.
And just for the record, while Joe has that zoomed in, that edge is nothing to sneeze at, by the way.
You're quite proud of that one, huh? Yeah.
Well, look at it, god damn it.
It's shiny. Yeah.
I got that shiny thing ulued something fierce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 1095 in this version, right?
Yeah, okay, and I actually dropped it in around the fire pit camp area, and it is gravel. I was kind of semi-glamping. I wasn't backcountry this time. And dropped it a couple times, and it was definitely on steel. I don't know, tip, edge, whatever, but it walked away clean, whatever it did. And I dropped it probably 3 times as I was batoning through stuff and stabbed it in the wood, and it fell over out of the piece of wood or whatever it was, and yeah. So.
Yeah, I imagine a grind... the design that's stout, it's not going to stay stuck in the wood for very long unless you really
you gotta kind of do it like you mean it, not half-ass it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I just mean by comparison, that Trailmaster probably just plunges in.
Oh yeah. You don't even have to think about it. It's like the tip of the knife just wants to go into things. So
yeah,
it sure does.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yes. So,
like I said, some of us tried on these photos.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I took mine in my backyard.
In my backyard. There's a yellow line in some Calgary.
Yeah. I took mine in this room like a minute before I started the video call. So
by backyard, I mean back parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to get Kirby to pose with one of my knives for some of the photos, but he's so grabby and he likes to chew shit way too much. So I don't trust the little bastard.
Just sacrificial scales, man. Do it for the gram.
I'm more worried about. Yeah, I want to have the blade open, but I don't trust his little grubby mitts.
Didn't you have a prototype that you didn't actually finish off the blade on?
That was this guy, but then I ended up sharpening it. So.
Oh, I see.
Because
Anyway, we got stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Did you want to lead off? Because I think my thing kind of leads off of Paul's thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I think...
Really? See.
How?
Really? Just Paul's reaction is like, how can you segue these things?
We haven't talked about it. There's some weird... I think it might branch off, but I'm not 100% certain.
All right.
Okay, I got a couple small things, but the one that I did send to Joe was so someone else is getting into the knife game a little bit, and Joe, if you want to bring up that website,
there it is.
So like Phoenix Flashlights owns rake knives, rook knives, whatever. Yeah, for sure. I don't know what Joe Q is from Nigel. Anyway, oh, there we go. Yeah, Joe can make anything segue. If he's going to connect the 762 with the 707, you can connect anything, dude. Like,
those
seriously.
Two are so similar. Come on. Come on. Anyway.
If you were like the angry face from How I Met Your Mother guy, like, it's seriously. Anyway, yeah, so Olight decided to come out with the pocket knife.
And by come out with a pocket knife, you mean they commissioned Saturn Moo to make it?
Don't even worry about it, Dav Gear.
Oh,
it's not. It's N690. I don't think they have their hands on that sweet stuff yet.
Oh, so it's MGM. Is it MGM?
MKM?
MKM.
MGM is a movie company. Yes. So, yeah. N690 cobalt blue studs. It's actually not a bad looking knife. There's actually some 3D contouring on the G10 handle.
That is a root clip.
It's a lot of clips.
Yes. 100%.
Let's go back to that photo, actually.
It's a ZT clip if we want to be a little bit of a dick about the whole thing, throwing some shade. How many percentages of the knife can be overseas when still called made in USA?
I actually forget the percentage.
Those are unrelated questions, by the way. For the record.
Yeah. I think I knew at one point, but I forget.
I was going to say, ask this butterfly.
Anyway.
So, Olight, you say, and they're known as Olight. which is odd, right? Like Rook, what are they a subsidiary of again? Phoenix Flashlights?
Phoenix, yeah.
So
There is something to be said about having your branding across everything.
brand recognition. Yeah.
Now, the one thing is they do have, after OKnife, they've got the OKnife. So I don't know. Are they going to start a knife company called OKnife if it gets popular enough to have a second model?
Maybe.
And I don't know what Drever means. Or Drever?
Dr. Ever. No. It's a dog breed? Trevor dog breed. No. Yeah. It's a breed of dog, a short-legged scent hound from Sweden, used for hunting deer and other game.
Oh,
Okay.
they got inspired by a wiener dog.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's not a wiener.
I
It's a-
totally,
Yeah,
I totally see it.
There you.
I see the resemblance. I don't for the record.
Definitely, I was gonna say it's the blue pivot, isn't it?
Clearly, it's the
look
fact.
in his eyes. It's the look in his eyes.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
don't hate that knife.
No, and if Joe blows it up, actually, even in the images, you can see more of the handle contouring. It really is quite rounded for G10. It looks like they did a banging job on this thing. It's not slabs at all. It's got quite a bit of like.
There's some good rounding to it, yeah.
Mhm.
And you can see in the weave. That's nice. They're kind of reaching.
And I know this is a terrible knife to reflect the curving on, but like the CRKT McGinnis, like the way that its G10 was type of thing. It's that's an obscure reference.
I was gonna say, wow.
I have curved G10.
Oh, yeah.
For 4 times the price, 5 times the price.
What's the steel in this one?
N690 Cobalt.
Okay,
That's
not
sweet,
bad.
sweet N690. Yeah.
Yeah,
which
for 70 American. Oh.
Yeah.
But they're kind of reaching with this
5.
everyday carry / outdoors / self defense. So they're kind of
they tried to think of more things to put slashes on, and they ran out after 3. They were like, "What else can we call this thing?"
nothing. Send it.
Barber's tool / grocery produce trimming item /
so
culinary device.
Right hand carry only.
Well, let's put N690 on it. So they were like, well, if we're going to mess this knife up, let's just do it all the way.
If knife companies have said anything, it is fuck the left-handed.
Especially when it comes to the Sanrenmu, Dab Gear, whatever right-hand only crew, because there's a lot
Do you know how
coming
much
out
it costs to drill holes?
in the liner and then not in the scale. I don't know, but there is several models that have that bullshit going on.
That's my favorite thing that any knife company has ever done.
Whoa,
The
that's
screws tapped
weird.
in the liners, yeah.
High standards meets BSCI and ISO 14,000 accreditation requirements and FDA food safety standards. Why would you even specify that? That's strange.
So you can use it in the kitchen. Like I said, it is a culinary device.
They're claiming
I wasn't wrong.
They're claiming a Rockwell of 60, hey?
I don't know what N690's optimum is at, but okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now maybe when it comes to all of those FDA food approved, blah, 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 OKnife is big in a lot of gear stores, camping stores, especially as far as a backcountry knife, maybe food prep related with this Warncliffey, Spidey, Chefy, whatever kind of sleeked out design. Maybe that is the selling feature with the particular crowd that this knife might be marketed towards. But for $70, that's a good looking knife. You can almost get over the right hand carry for that price in N690, like $85 American or Canadian. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did I hear Dennis say he would buy an N690 knife?
I have N690 knives.
You've always not liked N690.
I have not liked N690 when you're going to charge me $400, sir.
There it is.
Which motherfuckers were notorious for doing for a long time. It's only recently that all of a sudden, well, that's not true. you could still find it 10 years ago. You just had to hunt. Like my old Lone Wolf knife is an N690. I think yours is N680 or something. Yeah. So
I'm not sure if they say where it's made. Just I'm assuming China, but I am curious.
I'm pretty sure when you get the link, it has a 404 error. So
I'm pretty sure that my Lone Wolf is designed for knife fighting whitetail deer out of their skin.
I think you're doing it wrong.
I mean, if they're out of their skin, either way, I'm doing it correctly.
If you're fighting just to get the skin, there's some steps that you've missed along the way.
It's just the first step instead of the second or third step.
So there's a Drever Blue Ben is mentioning, and he'd really like us to click the link because apparently it's worth noting, which I'm kind of curious about.
All right. Oh yeah, there it is. It's in blue. Oh, but then clicking it does nothing. There must be a better way to navigate to that then. Black.
Search for Drever Blue.
Drever. Dreamweaver.
That's you can really see the contouring in that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a little more.
Here's the search icon. Ben just said you can probably search. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a bit of a delay, but
no, it's all funny.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Is it a little more penisy in this orientation?
No, I think you just have some issues that you need to talk to some people about.
Oh, by the way, here's the user manual.
What does this Horseshack painting look like, Paul?
They're all dicks.
They're all
dicks. Why do you keep showing me pictures of my parents fighting?
Gold. That's awesome. Okay, before I get derailed too much, this super looks like a lot of the Black Tusk stuff that has been available in Canada recently. Just the rounding on the handle, the way that the flipper and the liner sits, it just has this Black Tusk vibe. Now they're a Canadian competitor that's producing one of those, but still, what makes you wonder where these are all getting made, type of thing.
Well, so if you look at the user
404
manual,
error, Ohio with a Honolulu address.
So the languages included are English, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, Korean, and Thai.
Yeah, it's like an IP address. If you put enough countries in there, they just give up.
But Chinese is not listed here. That's just
of course. You can't
Oh, wait. No. Here it is. I guess we should have known that Olight was a Chinese company, but there's the listing for...
I was going to say, that is not surprising. And that they might outsource to another Chinese company is also not surprising. But, yeah. Paul?
There's a slight detour. Just that was talking about a knife made in China that doesn't have Chinese writing on it. I was looking at the Cold Steel Arkansas toothpick recently and was curious as to what the wood handle was made of. And it's Malaysian salwood, which if you look up Malaysian salwood grows all across Southeast Asia and India. And I'm pretty sure that knife is made in India. And I'm pretty sure they specifically didn't say that it was an Indian wood.
Maybe they've got import-export that they have to claim what they are.
Yeah, but I wonder if they it grows across all this area. Malaysian sounds exotic.
It could be a marketing thing, for sure. It could be they have to be upfront and honest about what country it's coming from because they might have.
That's fair.
I don't know.
It could be cheaper.
Stuff up. Yeah.
It could be cheaper to source from there and then bring it into India
it
for
could
processing.
Be fancy.
So.
It could be fancy sounding. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's wood for making houses. That's what Sal means.
Okay, then.
It's a thing I learned.
So, Drever knives, you say? I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to point it out. It was kind of something weird and unusual, and it came to my attention here last week.
It's interesting.
So, take that little jump.
I like the...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I like that it's blue. I like that there is a blue option. Kind of wish the anodizing was a different color to, Maybe if it was black instead, that could be cool. But
Swap
Black
it out.
hardware to offset, that would be cool. If they
Yeah.
did offset colors, they'd probably market that a little bit better. But it is kind of interesting with flashlight companies jumping into the pocket knife world.
yeah, speaking
And
of, what do you think of that logo?
OKnife?
OKnife, that OKnife logo with like a bezel, like a flashlight bezel sitting behind it.
Is that what that is? It looks like a crescent
like a
moon
moon.
kind of thing with
It does
like wings on the OKnife.
it does look like it's a completed circle, at least to
I'm-
my eye, but because
I'm pretty sure those wings came off of the same symbol on my karate dojo.
probably.
It's,
If you look at the O-Light logo up at the top right here, did you see that O before the O-Light?
oh, it's the same.
It's
I
the
gotcha.
same. Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Can I just say I hate OKnife? I just hate it. I hate everything.
OKnife. You should. It's not. I mean, I get it. O-Light, OKnife. I get it.
That whole branding thing.
There's nothing to get. It's right there.
Well,
in your
that's
face,
just it.
slapping
It
you.
makes sense, but that doesn't mean it should have been the option they chose. But
I
again,
hate it.
everybody knows what it is. So
I'm sure they spent a whole bunch of money to figure out the marketing for it.
And as
And
far
we're
as
off.
brand loyalty goes, I mean, if this continues to be a thing and there's more models that come out and you've got people with your pocket knife and your flashlight both in your pocket, and
Yeah.
you got some brand loyalty waiting to happen, right?
well, and lots of guys swear by O-Light. So
I don't go anywhere without my O-Light and my O-Knife.
Mhm.
And then my
dear.
iPhone.
Oh dear.
That's
All right.
Didn't-
Segue
Make John say.
Didn't-
into your stuff. How's that for a segue, Joe? Talk your way into the next topic.
fantastic. So something slightly weirder, Paul.
Okay.
He skips himself and makes you talk.
Well, again, my whole thing is like
That was a sweet segue.
Paul went to the
He's
trouble.
like, I
I'm
can
going to
segue
segue off
those
of
two
my
things.
thing into his thing.
Paul went
Not
to the
sure that
trouble.
he is.
He went to the trouble of sending me a bunch of pictures, so I want to go through those pictures first.
The very first image you should put up is the marbles.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do that. That little sumbitch.
Are they the
There's
ones
a very
I
small
love?
amount of explanation that I need to make before I can have the conversation I'm going to have. So this is a knife that exists. It's a little skinning knife. You put your index finger in the hole and you kind of slice stuff.
This
You
is a
index
knife
it.
that
You
exists.
index it
Yeah.
real good. Yeah.
It is. It exists right there. I heard a debate on whether or not it was a little miniature axe or a karambit. And the word that ran through my head was karambit axe. And that's the nonsense that's coming.
Well, I would have went with Axe-rambit myself, but
You want the assembled picture up now?
or a Hatch-rambit if it's a smaller size. It's
This is incredible.
So this is a thing that exists.
This is also a thing that exists.
Yeah, that's right. It's a tomahawk or a karambit, your choice.
So full
a Tama-rambit. Oh, sweet.
Tomahawk Rambit. Tomahawk Rabbit.
Tell me
No.
that's
Tama
not the
Rabbit Hawk?
most small ninja shit you've ever seen
So-
in your entire life.
There
Full-
already is a Carahawk, so I mean,
This
we
is
gotta use
something else.
Yeah,
I
This
guess.
is definitely something else.
Full disclosure, I have contemplated making a handle for my Ulu so that I could have a tiny hatchet, but it was more of a joke than anything else. These people, these madmen, actually went out and made the damn thing and are
Joe,
selling it.
If you do that and you don't make a handle for mine, when I get one from you, we're gonna have words because I need that in my life. That's ridiculous.
So,
Terrible.
who makes this monstrosity?
Dude, I don't know. I just Google searched it and it came up
What?
as
You got no follow up on where I could buy one of these to break it 16 times?
I'm gonna guess Davgear.
That's not where I can
Probably
buy it.
that.
I've tried to order things. It's just leads you to nowhere.
Does the second image have?
The one where it's just in the dude's hand.
They kept
Yeah.
on trying to make me buy 500 of them. At
No,
wholesale cost.
there's no logo at all on this thing. It's just bare.
Of course it is. so you can put your own
So-
logo on it.
This
Yeah.
thing feels very much, and I've said this before about other things, but this feels very much like the throw-in weapon from Beastmaster when
Every-
it's folded in half.
Everything feels like that to you.
I just want one, okay? That's the next thing.
You
Make
know
me-
what really makes me feel like that? Just like
Lovely.
I
So this is
feel like
So this
the
is-
Blade trilogy missed out on a fantastic weapon to use for vampires. Like this was a squandered opportunity in the Blade trilogy. It's
Can you bring up the Damascus one, Joe?
The Damascus.
oh, it gets
one.
better. But wait, there's more.
Sorry, these photos turned up a little bit small when I grabbed them.
If you
the one with
purchase
the
this
leather
hunk of
behind it.
junk,
Yeah, with a leather sheath behind it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
definitely
good
genuine Damascus for sure.
Let's bring that back a little. There we go. That is incredible. But hey, it's a crab where they sharpen
Axe-rambit.
both sides of the the dagger blade.
Look at that sheath. Look at the way that knife goes into that sheath. And think about having to get that knife out of that sheath in a quick and timely manner for the
No.
obvious tactical knife
No.
that is.
The trick is to only put it in that sheath when you're sleeping and to hold the knife at all times when you're awake. That's the only answer here. Man,
that sounds like an accident waiting to happen. Whether you're asleep or awake, it doesn't matter.
It's the
Dude, the
most
first-
aggressive Ulu I've ever seen in my entire life.
It may not be an accident, but it was definitely a mistake if you decide to purchase this thing. Like, Jesus.
And that sweet imitation, whatever kind of stone that wants to be.
Like some kind of...
It's some sweet turquoisian.
Yeah,
I was going to say they use some Kool-Aid to dye it.
Just
saying that's for killing vampires. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. I'd watch that movie.
One of those in each hand.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like there's one more.
There is.
I can't remember what it is at all.
It's the strange curved thing.
Oh, it's
And for the
that
record, the second one, not an axe or a hatchet. The first one gets way more credibility, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Okay, now here's the thing. That
it's not
handle,
an axe or a hatchet. That's what I said.
as far as I can tell,
There's an axe blade on it.
As far as I can tell, this axe handle only bolts onto the one side. So I don't know about durability necessarily, but you're going to get better motion on it for sure.
Fine. It's fine.
It's weird. It's so weird. Nothing about that is fine. Anyway, here's that curvy monstrosity. And this time
is that a bottle opener where the lanyard hole on the bottom of the handle is, by the way?
Yes.
Anyway,
but
pretty sure that's a bottle opener.
This is just a continuation of the rabbit hole.
This is much worse. We actually have a name attached to this thing.
Oh, it looks like it.
Let's see if I can zoom in and read it. Angel Fire Knives. Angel Fire Knives. It comes with a tech lock, don't you see? With the Kydex.
Okay, so you need to, now that you've zoomed into that, you need to zoom back in on that blade. If they chisel ground that thing, it would be nasty as hell.
Oh, yes, it would be, especially with those the serrations on the reverse. That's nasty. Yeah.
It looks
Can
like it
we
is
talk
somewhat
about the
chisel
wibbly
ground. It
wobblies
almost
in the
does.
handle?
But sorry, Paul, what was that?
The wibbly wobblies.
Oh, yeah, the wibbly wobblies. But the wibbly wobblies in the handle, I think that's less excusable. There's nothing to fill in that palm at all. It just bends inwards.
Yeah. Would you like?
No,
your
but
palm
if
to-
you chopped off the bottom of a Cold Steel Spartan, it would have the same grip. So, maybe they took design lines like the 762 and the 707.
Where your fingers would go, sure. Go fuck yourself. But this part of the handle, sure. That part of the handle, no way in hell. No way. That feels like
Oh, you mean there's some differences in ergonomics when they...
Yeah.
That thing is the most aggressive steak knife I've ever seen.
Steak knife. Pulling that out.
Look at the serrations.
Yeah. I mean, again, like Dennis was saying, if
that's in a reverse grip, right?
If that's chisel ground, well, how else do you cut your steak? You cut your steak holding the knife forward like some kind of maniac? No. Come on now.
It's for you to point your knives at people.
No, I prefer to point my knife at myself. You got this coming.
I'm gonna try and eat a steak like that now. Like,
Please,
not now, but
just get it on camera. That's all I ask.
Just go live. It's
no
Wow.
mention of it at all. Just live on Instagram.
okay. So just that's crazy. But this last one that also not an axe or a hatchet. So the rabbit hole gets
this is the rabbit
weaker
hole
and
of
thinner.
this led me to this, led me to this, led me to this is the way my ADD brain works.
I see. Hatchets.
This is my reality, motherfucker. Let me live it.
So again, this thing is crazy and ugly. But have you looked up what was the name? Something Fire Knives? Come
Angel
on, man.
Fire.
Do some. Let's see where this rabbit hole goes. I'm more curious about that. There's a
So
name attached.
I didn't look at it specifically so we could all see it together.
Well, oh no. Okay, that dagger doesn't look half bad.
Oh no, nothing. Like, come
What is
on.
that? What's the deal with the feather blade?
Yeah, that's the thing I was going, oh no at. I'm just letting it go through, just letting it transition nicely through all the different things.
Shout out, Fisk. Thanks for joining us, man.
Hey,
Yes.
I think we only made 1 or 2 jokes at your expense, so we're all good. You can go back and watch them tomorrow when we repost it.
this is
It's fine.
Sapenza for you, just to make you feel wanted. And we're investigating Angel Fire Knives. They have some stuff. They have some stuff.
So
Okay,
just a curiosity from that last picture on the kitchen knife that you just had there, did they fake their plunge grinds? No, I'm just kidding.
probably. Okay, so here's the thing. Looking along the top, you get home base, explore our knives, build your own custom knife. They got their own custom shop, and then hot deals and our expert services. I kind of want to see about the whole thing about building your own custom, to be perfectly honest.
I'm kind of curious just what kind of steel and pricing we're looking at. That's
All right.
kind of the big one.
Well,
and then we can go into individuals. Yeah.
I gotta double back for this. We specialize in throwing knives, made to order custom culinary knives, karambits, tactical / EDC, hunting
I'm sorry, you
skinning,
go back up there.
and
there
much
was
more.
some crazy bear claw knuckles there that was on the screen just a second ago.
Yeah, they're gone now. But basically, they
Yeah,
specialize.
No.
No. It's I can't even navigate this properly. It won't let me scroll over far enough to see them. Where the hell did they go?
That weird
Oh, there they are.
scimitar looking thing.
Hell spawns. They're called hell spawns.
Hell spawns.
Look at those.
Okay, that's unnecessary.
Well, speaking of unnecessary, let's go to explore our knives and see what these things sell for. Best sellers shop. All right. Coffin Nail Combat Ready EDC Throwing Knife large version sells for $169 for what looks like a set of 3. I'm gonna assume that's a set of 3 because
Is it now?
8670 steel, 10 inches overall length, and 3/16 inch thick. Okay. It doesn't actually. It doesn't say. It might actually be just the one by itself.
Yep.
It does say throwing knife, not throwing knives.
Yeah. And you can choose your quantities, but they're shown in a variety of different finishes and handle materials and hardware for the handles. So who the hell knows what you'd actually get if you ordered? And you can only add a quantity to cart. Maybe they give you an option later down the line to specify what your order's supposed to look like. But
you pick the knife and they just spin a wheel, and whatever it lands on, that's the one they make for you.
Do they throw a knife at the wheel? Come on.
Okay, so all the stuff.
They better.
If we go to explore our knives, all we see is best sellers, which leads us in to see these 3 knives, three different throwing knives, and that's it. If you go back, there's another section for just throwing knives, and that's it. Also, there's an axe in here. That's not a knife.
Is there a karambit attached to it? Sorry, boys. The government break comes early this time. Sorry.
That's fair. Wow.
I think that is pregnant.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go to the build your own custom knife without him here. I want him to suffer with
Experience
us.
that with us.
Yeah. Okay, so that one was
What-
the most expensive version.
What is the deal with that crazy clip-pointed thing?
Pirate Bowie Mountain Man throwing knife.
Oh, my mistake.
I mean, hey, look, it's forged, right? It's definitely a forged finish.
It sure is. I feel like that point would not last.
As a throwing knife? What makes you think that?
Yeah,
What? Why?
that's what makes me think that.
Exactly.
I think that because of the way that it is.
Yeah.
How could it be a mountain pirate?
And then
Mr. Fisk is asking the
oh
important
no,
questions.
I accidentally downloaded this thing. Oh, damn it. I probably just riddled with viruses now. I just wanted...
Your computer just got AIDS.
God, I just wanted to see this up close. Okay, it won't let me zoom in on that image, but that's clearly not a hammer finished, like, flat. So again, what are you getting if you order? Okay, available in polished, acid-edged, forged, or blued finishes. So you have to add quantity and then make notes in your purchase, I guess? That's the only way I can see this working. Hey Dennis, you're a pirate Bowie using Mountain Man who likes to throw
Actually,
knives.
it's funny because when you were scrolling through shit, that's actually the one that caught my attention. Anyway.
Is that tip not a little delicate for throwing?
Depends on how thick that swedge tapers. Look at my LaFontaines. They are pretty good, and you don't have to worry about them bending at all, right? So
that's incredible.
I'm not a LaFontaine. Luke is a LaFontaine.
I want to see what they have in their hot deals section. I want to see what you can get for the sweet low price of a broken website. Okay, cool.
Hey man, they call it angel fire, but everyone else just calls it syphilis.
Just a whole... Christ, dude. Whole bunch of broken images. Okay, so I'm guessing they just don't have anything. Expert services. What do they offer, huh?
It's rather ballsy of them to call themselves experts.
And Fisk does have a good point on how could it be a mountain pirate. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we asked that question. That doesn't seems counterintuitive.
I'll come up with a good answer.
They've got a cat working the grinder.
I mean, that's how you know it's a quality blade, Joe.
They obviously have Joe's money, right? You had me at cat.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the tip of that tail poking up in the screen, it's like, yeah, these guys have cats? I'm in.
You're like, you son of a bitch, I'm going to buy a knife now.
Yep. It's going to be awful. And I
did just age himself there. Or
Man.
dated himself there. So I got to ask, and maybe we're not done here yet, but is this the direction you thought it was going to go, Joe?
No, well, kinda. I mean,
segue now, you son of a bit.
No. Before we leave this beautiful website, I just want to look in the build your own custom knife section. It might just be like a web form where you have to fill out a bunch of information, but if it's something special, I want to see what it is.
I am kind of curious about that myself. I have theories. Let's
take a look.
I know what the yes and the no in the bottom of this image on screen right now is signifying.
Okay,
well, how to draw that knife out because your thumb is going to be in the way of the back of the spine. So what he's saying is, don't put your thumb there.
Don't stake your knife.
There's the back of it is serrated and potentially chisel tipped.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look.
You're supposed to do it this way, right?
Well, if you just don't have it in hand, put it on your belt.
Okay, sure, it seems like an unnecessary warning, but even Cold Steel will put that on their sheets from time to time, right?
Yeah.
Be careful, sharp. Yeah.
Danger, do not grip here. Although it's backwards to our viewers, I think. Yeah, no, that would be a bad time. Just slide that right into your thumb. Anyway,
slide that right into
build
your thumb.
Your own custom knife. Please read and follow the steps to begin. Okay, I will. Step 1, existing designs. Please view our existing custom knife designs to purchase or modify. If nothing matches your needs, please move on to step 2. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Find a picture. Take somebody else's design and show it to us, and we'll make you one.
All designs we create must be unique, it does say.
Yeah.
Change the color.
If you do not have any examples, we can draw your knife for you.
So you can approach this. So you can approach these guys for design work, and agree on a design, and then have it made. You can determine a budget. Interesting. That's kind of interesting. Now they do say building a design from scratch is essentially creating a prototype and starts at $200 and up. So at least they give themselves a base price to work with. But that's interesting. Normally, if you go to somebody and say, "Hey, I want you to make something for me," they're going to give you a quote and they're going to say, "This is what it's going to cost." Very rarely do you get to say, "Hey, I only want to spend this amount of money. What can you do with that amount of money?" That's usually not how this works.
So, you know how we have some people come in that we interact with on a regular basis and are like, "Hey, I want to design this." And they come out with just some insane, like, that is never going to be a functional working piece of anything.
Yep.
I know where I'm sending some people. Let me tell you, I want to see some finished products of what people are working with. And they're like,
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm going to go to Angel Fire Knives for $400 and they're going to make me this crazy sword Axe-rambit thing that you can bolt together. Sweet.
Have you been talking to Telegram?
Given the work that these guys have like willingly put up on their website, they clearly do not give a shit. They will make your designs. So
you're going to get sued for slander. But anyway.
No. What I mean, I don't mean they don't give a shit in terms of how... I mean, they don't care how bad your design is. They will make it for you. They're good like that,
How do you know
right?
anything there was nothing but their designs, Joe?
Well, because they're all stuff that you can order, right?
We get which... How do you know those are not 100% original designs and that are someone else's design? Well, maybe those are all 100% Angel Fire
What
designs.
I mean is there's such a variety. You have a blade that looks like a feather. You've got a loveless looking dagger. You got a bunch of throwing knives. You got a bunch of weird karambit axes. Like,
it's called being eclectic. Okay.
Can we talk about
talk about what for a minute? Sorry.
The feather.
Yeah.
The feather throwing knife with the notches cut out of it.
Okay, so it's just like my Tom Brown tracker where it's cutting barbed wire, but you do it on the fly.
There
like,
isn't.
If you're throwing your knife like that and it's got those notches, isn't that not a concentration point for stress?
Not if it wraps around the barbed wire and cuts it on the throw. This is what I'm saying. Like,
hey Joe.
Yeah, let me kick him in here in a second.
You come up with an answer. I was quick with that, even though it was way off base.
These sure could be original designs, and you know what? Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just a showcase of all the custom stuff that they've done, but they don't specifically say that anywhere.
And the fact that
there's a couple knives in here. Like there's one that kind of looks like a Borka blade, if I'm being honest.
They're based out of Austin, Texas.
This is no time to be honest, Paul. Come on.
Fair.
So the fact that they're willing to take custom orders for whatever and they're American made is kind of impressive to me, to be perfectly honest. Props to them. Like, there's not a ton of people you can go to and say, "Hey, I want this design made." And just, they don't care. And like, "Hey, you know what? Sure. We might help you refine a little bit of this, but we'll make it." Like, if you have an idea, that's kind of cool. That's something you don't see too often.
I like the fact that nobody has answered the question. Are those notches not concentration points for stress?
Yes, they are 1,000%. It's
they're obviously speed holes. It makes the knife fly faster as well.
Speed notches, thank you.
Speed notches. They're like fins.
You're making me sad.
So those knucks, I was lamenting today about the fact that there's so many companies out there on Instagram making knucks nowadays that basically have like an axe bevel to them, and just how brutal and awful those things seem. And then I saw these, and they have bear claws on them, because that's a thing that somebody needs in their life.
It's just incredible. Incredible.
It's like druid monk hybrid.
Okay, you know what? I'm
So-
actually kind of impressed that this company exists and that they're doing this weird shit. That's totally cool.
Joe, if you Google search my bare hands, BEAR, and then go to images. So that cartoon that says "I'll fight you with my bare hands," that's what the guy made right there.
A little bit. Oh dear.
As soon as I saw them the first time, I was like, "Yeah, those right there." Like, hey, that was
awful.
the drawing that he sent to these guys.
It's like,
And they went from there.
make these.
What are you gonna name them? Hellspawn.
Oh
I stand
man.
by the joke that I made, even though nobody laughed.
Sorry, Joe. Or sorry, Paul. I didn't hear it.
Oh, it's all right. You're not gonna laugh at it. I said they're made for some kind of druid monk hybrid.
Oh, the D&D bullshit. I see.
Okay.
I have a new idea for a character. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm still. I'm not sure how I feel about this company now. At first, I was just ready to write them off some random bullshit like Pakistani produced, mid-budget range sort of company. But
And I will have to agree. The Bowie's not the worst looking thing in the world for a guy who
That
likes
is a good looking
Bowies.
Bowie.
yeah. Let's bring that up. Can I zoom in any closer? Kinda,
No.
not really. It's not the cleanest look in the world, but for what I'm assuming,
That notch is a little extra something, but I mean, they
Yeah.
have the notches that big, so
Yeah, those Spanish notches are.
the fact that, again, just the fact that this company exists, they're willing to do whatever you want them to do within reason, I'm assuming, is kind of impressive to me. And the fact that you can have it done for 200 American as a base price is, yeah, that's kind of cool.
What they don't tell you is you'll never make it for the base price.
Wow.
No, they're gonna quote you $1,000 as soon as you give them an idea. Like it's.
Yeah.
It also just makes me curious on whether we can get a design going. I mean, like, hey, you want to make this for us? Just something crazy out there.
Yeah.
It's a knife blade, but it's also a maple leaf.
Pretty sure that's a throwing star in there for illegal.
They put a handle on it. It'll be fine.
Is it a T-shaped handle?
That's
Like,
Jesus. That's awful.
It's a punching star.
leaf,
So-
sir.
Yeah.
It's a punching leaf.
My mistake. That's silly of me.
And Nigel said base price is consultation price. Yeah, it's probably accurate.
Yeah.
They
It
responded
costs
to your
$200.
email, and you're gonna get a PayPal like notice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as they respond to your email, $200 out of the bank.
Yeah.
So yeah, segue now, Joe.
Yeah, so there's some random stuff that they make here. Not quite as random as the stuff I'd like to show you guys tonight. We've talked about it before. Paul and I have kind of talked about it in person, humming and hawing about whether it might be interesting to talk about, but just crazy designs, random bullshit. Tac Force makes stuff like this. MTech makes stuff like this. There's a whole thread on Blade forums that I've just enjoyed so much. Entitled Tacticool Knives 2 Return of the Ridiculous. And the first thread is interesting, but I prefer starting at the number 2 because most of these photos haven't like disappeared off the internet. They're still around. So you can see what people are talking about. And the very first entry here is just this the delicious little folding knuckle cleavers made by MTech.
Cleaver Karambit.
Yeah,
Thank
with blood spatter and
what have
acid
you turned
green
our
paint.
channel into, you people?
Oh, I remember this thing.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's just this wonderful collection of crap, and it is fantastic. But the thread gets exciting when people start talking about knives that maybe
This
certain
one was
people think are
showcased
better
in
knives than
Terrible
others.
Knives Live by Shabazz. This one already got
Yeah.
showcased by him at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
don't doubt it.
blame, Microtech for
okay.
this color pattern.
Speaking of Microtech, I'm pretty sure a fairly regular looking Microtech actually appears in this thread, and it starts a little bit of a shit show. I don't know how much of it was cleaned up by mods, because this thread is like 5 years old. But yeah, people's feelings were hurt because they were told that their whale sharks looked stupid. Or their SOCOM elites or whatever they were.
I, just for the record, disagree with everything that's happening right now. Like, I do not approve of current topics or where this channel has gone. I'm going to round it out with some goddamn class, whether you motherfuckers like it or not, at the end of this thing. So like,
that's okay. I just want to bring attention to the fact that this
from
exists.
The same guy who's carrying a Semenza. Like, seriously, Fisk, unsubscribe for this son of a bitch right now.
Don't tell our viewers to unsubscribe. Come on. Self-sabotage if I've ever heard of it.
It's fine.
Yeah, I guess if it's Fisk, yeah. Anyway,
the opposite of what it says.
If people want us to, going through the thread might be fun, but I just wanted to bring it to people's attention because it's just great. Some of the designs that show up.
Or you can dive down a rabbit hole if you want. That's fine. I'm just going to harass the shit out of you while you do it.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't realize it was assisted.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? Has wings.
You want to go back to that Chris monstrosity? Yeah, it sure is a bottle opener. It's got like a dragon body, this weird bat wing bottle opener, and then this Chris blade. And they even show you opening up a can of Coke or a bottle of Coke, because why not? Even though it's a
bottle of generic soda, sir.
Just because it has a red cap. Yeah.
It's RC Cola, man. Actually, I think that was blue.
And they have a key ring on it. Like, they totally expect you to carry this thing on a keychain.
It's kudu style. Maybe that's where the lock is.
The lock is at the back. That'd be amazing, but I do see a liner there, unfortunately.
No, that's the red herring. You never see it coming.
It's just grip. Oh, God. Anyway, we don't have to dwell on this too much if you got some class to level this thing out with, just because we're
No, you can dive down. We're only
okay, so here, it only took until post...
like, eyes light up as soon as I'm like, take it away, Joe.
It only took until post number 25 that we got Medfords showing up.
Post 25. Okay, how far does this date back?
This was in 2016.
Okay.
Continue
on, sir.
Again, people's feelings may have been hurt. A lot of Striders being tossed around in one of the earlier threads as well. I think they make a few appearances a few pages later.
Strider made pre-25? Like, what's the most reputable company with the earliest post?
I think it might actually be Medford, because if we go back, a lot of these images are gone. Dark Ops. Dark Ops. Do you guys remember Dark Ops?
Yes, I do remember Dark Ops. They probably predecessed the Microtech Splatter, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Their catalog had spatter across the font, like over top of the font. And some of the picture where, that's taking me back to the good old days.
So we're gonna we're gonna deviate slightly and go to Dark Ops, which I don't actually know if they have their own website anymore.
I was gonna say, do they still exist? Jesus,
I don't know, but Weapons Universe has them here. Just to give, because Paul's throwing a bit of a face here, so I just want to show him, just to give him an idea of some of the madness.
By Weapons Universe, they're right next to the Caltrops, by the way. So continue on.
Yeah. So let's start. Oh, not found.
This could be dumped on the floor and accidentally step up.
Oh no!
Accidentally.
Okay, so that's interesting. At least on their website, it's gone. That's too bad. I just want to bring up some pictures. So that's a crappy picture. That is the Interceptor, Paul, if you can believe it.
Actually, that was the one that had the terrible advertising on it. It was that exact knife. And they did a blood spatter pattern version of it. With neon green and red splatter. If you can find the version of that Interceptor, that would be extra impressive. But
is that incredibly tight notch supposed to be both a place where you place your thumb and the place where you catch the blade?
And it's a seatbelt cutter. It's a third serrated blade with further serrations towards the tip of the knife, with a saw back, with an Emerson Wave style seatbelt cutter. Yeah.
Or jimping, reverse jimping.
Yeah.
Emerson opener on a fixed blade, yeah. And yes, 3 styles of serrations.
And in case you were worried, yes, it does come pre-installed with a finger choil.
Thank you. I was concerned.
I'm concerned now that
And,
you
and
know.
a sharpening choil that is like 80% behind the plunge grind.
Yep. Yeah.
So riddle me that one, Batman. Like it's
So Dark Ops is like this infamous company. It's in the same realm as like Mantis Knives and oh shit, what was the other one? They're like a budget Extrema ratio. Is kind of the way I've always viewed them. Although, having handled a few different Extrema ratio knives somewhat recently, I'm starting to flip my opinion on them. They actually are fairly comfortable in hand. Maybe I'd feel different about these guys, but they look horrible. But they've been around for damn near forever. Like, they've been around about as long as Cold Steel has, haven't they? Like, since... But, no, like early 90s? Dennis might know about this, but...
not 100% sure, to tell you the truth.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't absorb the memory of history of some garbage company. I just looked at them and laughed.
Looks like some kind of Klingon knife. Exactly, Ben.
So there's
and,
that.
Fisk, Pepperidge Farm needs to get paid off in some sort of way. What they remember, they can keep to themselves. Snitches get stitches. That's what I'm saying.
So I can find a kind of a camo version of the Interceptor, but I can't actually find a bloodied version. Maybe zombie.
That's too bad. Maybe it was a knockoff of an Interceptor.
Who would bother? Oh my god! But
this is many. Oh, I saw it. Back it up. I saw one with. Oh wait.
No, it's just the green packaging.
It's the packaging that was throwing me off.
Yeah, that one got me too. Yeah, the closest I could find is this weird camo.
Maybe there was just so much blood spatter over top of the actual like ad that I thought it was on the knife itself.
Oh, could be.
I don't know. This was 15 years ago that I even saw this.
Yeah, we're going back in time here a little bit. Anyway, we go from that to Medford, so that hurt people's feelings.
Is that a Ken Onion knockoff?
Don't worry about it.
Which one are we talking about here?
We don't take it back. Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I know exactly which one you're talking about. The Vindicator.
Of course, it's the Interceptor and the Vindicator. I'm pretty sure those were characters in the Spawn comics. That's
funny. They have so there's a picture of the Emerson Vindicator, and then there's a Dark Ops Vindicator. And you know what? Those blade shapes. I'm not going to say they look alike.
The next time we're doing knife fights, the Vindicators have to fight each other. I don't care who's behind them, but
no. If we're having knife fights in the future, the knives are fighting.
The knives themselves. Okay.
Okay. No, I like it. I want to see what goes down.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh God.
What else? You deep dived. Medford, what's next? Else got thrown some shade.
They had these bedazzling, these like, I don't know,
those are fancy pants.
Combat pants? I don't know.
Yeah, those are not related.
The next thing with
Come
a picture.
Give me a morsel to chew on here, Joe.
Yeah. This is weird. This is weird, chiseled, somewhat custom-ish looking cleaver thing.
Almost like a straight razor, but the weird thing about those is that depending on the hollow grind, that might actually be functional. That's the stupid thing about some of these customs. Is they're an art piece, but depending on how deep that hollow and how how thick the blade stock is. Sorry, those are almost English words.
How stock the blade is.
But I get what you mean. I do like this.
Fuber.
I do like exactly. I do like this picture of Stallone here. Just the. That's one of my favorite edits. Yeah. Anyway, continuing. Okay, so there's that might upset Paul. It's a butcher's neck knife. Again, some of these are kind of weak entries. I don't really think
just because it's a neck knife.
Yeah, because it's a neck knife. That's all.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Take that personally, Paul.
Yeah, my feeling
weird neck knife. Bam, burn.
I mean, if any one of us it's probably gonna be me. I'm that asshole.
Some weird flint knap stuff. Some more Medfords, man.
Some more Medford. Any other brand get called out? Nope, just Medford a bunch of times.
That's a Strider. No, that's a Bedford. Never
I was about to take a drink.
Yeah, would have got him. Would have got him. Oh, there's these
What is this?
couple of knuckly boys.
There's some knuckly boys.
What are you gonna name them? Hellspawn.
What's in the pouches?
I'm gonna assume one thing's a sharpening rod, the other one's a sharpening rod. No, I honestly don't know.
Actually, the brass looks like a sharpening rod. The other one,
With that little chafer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's like your pocket or your Benchmade Anthem pocket clip. It's
yeah,
little penisy.
A little bit.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
Man, I wish some of these images would have remained because, like, someone calling Tard Force, so Tac Force. Oh, is that a model number? TF793TN?
Yeah, that's just any random.
Yeah, but then I just because the comment down here, how do you fit that in a pocket? Like, I just want to know what it was now because that sounds ridiculous.
If you can cut and paste it, I bet you it would come up in Google Images, but
it's not letting me. Let's see.
Did they just say no? When you tried to like paste it into the line, did they just come up and wave their finger at you?
I'm curious. I'm just going to do the one search, see if something turns up.
Did you put Tac Force on the front of Tac Force knife model, blah, blah, blah? Because that's what you should do.
Yeah, Tac Force. It just brings back results for that. That's funny for the first image. No, it's all bringing back hits from blade forms, which I think are images that turn up later. So no, you don't get it good.
What's the deal with that Swiss cheese knife?
Oh, we'll get there. Okay. But it's okay. So that's actually done by a fairly well-known custom maker, if I remember correctly. Actually, can I follow? Can I follow? Okay, this is on page 3, so it's on the following page. So I'll just keep scrolling
why
down.
Why is there a mermaid in this list? This is nonsense.
That one was made to be silly, so I don't know.
Which mermaid is it made by? Is it a Boker? Is it a Tac Force? Is it an M-Tech?
Who knows?
No,
is it a Dav gear?
We'll find out.
China stainless. Wait a second.
Folding meat cleavers
are tactical. Something obscene, I think. Is that who makes this, or is that a something obscene knockoff?
I don't know. I don't know. If you can see the little logo in the background there, that little nuclear symbol, is that his symbol? Nuclear.
It's pronounced nuclear.
I don't know whose symbol that is. That kind of looks like the Umbrella Corporation, though. With less umbrella.
Pretty sure that's just the radioactive.
Anyway. It probably is.
Yeah, something obscene is a fist. Fist is correct about the fist.
So they do say here, these are too much cheap Chinese-made tactical elements, Fred. What about expensive custom? And that's the... Yeah, and there's a signature down there that I can't quite read.
So I don't want to shit on the custom maker, but the way that handle is attached to that blade, there's a lot of heel to that knife that you just don't want to use.
I'm really happy with that Spartan style grip on a Santoku. Let me tell you,
that says Fisher. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Sorry, Dennis. What were you saying?
Oh, a Spartan style grip on a Santoku doesn't seem like maybe the best place to do those things, but
maybe not. It's a thing. It sure is a thing.
I bet you it's fast as hell, though.
There's the M48 Stinger. I remember these things, although I don't think we ever had them with the rainbow grip or rainbow blades.
Well, okay, so this is just a knockoff of the Cold Steel. What one was it? What was it called? God damn it.
The Tri-Dart?
No, but it looks like a lawn dart.
No, it wasn't a Tri-Dart. That's not the name of it. Urban Dart?
Oh, I'm sorry. That sheath is amazing.
The drop-in TPX sheath or whatever?
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you ever...
Is it only one, or do I get 3 in that same sheath?
No.
You get 1.
You have to rig up 3 of those. Although you could probably use the same harness to clip all 3 of them too. But anyway.
But why would you?
Cold Steel Delta Dart is the actual from 20 years ago.
I don't think
Got
it
the
looks
stinger.
anything similar, to be honest. I think the cold
It
steel's
looks
really
identical.
simple.
You don't
That-
want to get the Delta Dart.
That looks totally different, dude.
Urban Dart, not the Delta Dart.
Urban Dart? Okay.
Urban Dart.
Urban.
Urbane.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that is a ripoff. Absolutely.
I know things. God damn it.
That's
That
funny.
does look like it would be a fun throw, though.
And I think that was solid VG1.
Really? They wasted such. Anyway, let's check Knife Center just to see, because they might have it listed. No Azere. That's still better than I would have expected. Ooh, look at what they did to the backside of that blade.
Oh, it's hologround. Like
Yeah.
the counterattacks. Yeah, like the counterattack.
That's spooky, dude. God
That
damn.
looks like a friggin' like
The
the tool
United
they do
Cutlery
with
one was
tracheotomy
just.
with.
Sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No,
It
I
looks
got
like the
you.
tool they do a tracheotomy with.
I'll be right
I
back.
am not ever going to let you do a tracheotomy on me with this kind of information.
I've got the knife for it. It's right here.
No, I don't trust you after what you stated about a cold steel urban dart.
I'll even dip it in some alcohol first.
What kind of alcohol? It's your rattler.
I was gonna say like maybe some vodka. There's not enough alcohol in this to kill anything. Let's be honest.
And apparently, Microtech Tool is very similar too, which now I'm super curious about and am looking it up, even though
Joe's not here.
yeah, I'm curious about what it has to say.
I hate myself for kind of wanting one of these, even though they're discontinued.
Yeah, they were tough to get, and the secondary market, I believe, skyrocketed on the urban darts, and they might still make an FX series, which is the like polycarbonate, Grivery plastic, whatever.
Okay. But I can't feel like that would throw as well.
This would not throw good. It was very front heavy. In no spin throw, you could release
That's what
it
I'm
like
suggesting. Yeah, no
yeah.
spin. It looks like it would fly like a lawn dart.
Yeah, very similar to you probably. You could put a tassel on the end because I know how much you like those. So
They are my favorite.
We're talking about rope darts?
Well, where did you think this rabbit hole was going to go after the cold steel urban dart got shown?
Yep. Why not?
And by that I mean it's totally the United Cutlery M48 Stinger.
Yeah,
What
totally
else
is.
would it be?
That's incredible.
How dare you even suggest otherwise?
So here's a mantis knife that looks like a looks like an extremer ratio.
Is Mantis the next reputable company? Does United Cutlery count? What? Where are we going for reputable companies on this list?
Okay, I think going from United Cutlery to Mantis is kind of it's a horizontal transition. You're not going up or down the list.
It is. You add 30% Mad Max, and here we are.
Yeah. I
Paul?
hate that I agree with that.
I have a question about this knife Extreme Ratio knockoff that's on my screen.
It's
right
got
now.
the kudu ring on the back, just if you're wondering. Sorry,
No, I'm looking at the notches in the handle. Are those seatbelt? Is there 3 seatbelt cutters built into the handle?
So they're not seatbelt cutters. There's just gaps in the handle that allow the blade to poke through, so you could like cut stuff with it.
Oh, it folds. Oh my god, it folds.
Oh yes, this is
it folds. You didn't realize.
Oh, I'm glad.
This is where we've gone, sir. This is where we've gone for Mantis. Does Mantis Knives make a fixed blade?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
Is there a bike chain attached to it? I shouldn't talk. I carried a tracker around all weekend long, but still, shut up.
They make a whole bunch of fixed blades. Oh yeah, what am I thinking? Of course they make the fixed. They make that punch dagger, the privateer boot knife, which look at that.
Oh, that's right.
The gut shovel of punch knives. Here for 30.
The silver shadow of punch knives.
Double shadow. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,
if you're gonna call out the proper shadow,
how dare I?
Gil Hibben would be very sad with you.
Would be rolling over in his grave. He's not dead yet.
He's still rolling in his grave, though. Don't you worry.
Mr. Fisk is asking if Mantis turned into Quartermaster, which turned into QT or QRTR.
Okay,
I
so
think Quartermaster did turn into QRTR Master.
yes,
without the A's.
But Mantis
Or
knives,
vowels.
I'm pretty sure, are their own thing. Pretty sure.
I want to say Mantis was related to Blackjack knives somehow, but
not Blackjack.
what was it? DOA? No. What were they called? Defense something.
Against the Dark Arts.
No, I
That's
think
something.
DOA might have been it. Man,
It's a triangular symbol, whatever it is. It's an old. It'll come.
Oh,
to me.
I know the one you're talking about now. But
Systems
yeah.
of defense type of something.
yeah. Oh shit.
I think that was related with the Mantis stuff back in the day.
Yeah, there was something there.
Anyway, I think Extrema Ratio got their hands on some MTechs. It's
That's the way it went, not the other way around.
On another note, $80 for 8CR13. $80 like how many years ago? 5 years ago?
okay. We've spent too much time on this knife. Let's look at something else.
Oh yeah, no, that was my attempt, was going down to this Gladius looking thing.
Gotcha.
I don't know what the hell this is.
I'm sorry.
US
What,
Gladius?
spring assisted?
I hope so. I hope so.
This image that isn't there anymore, so I can't follow it.
Okay. I thought the fixed bladed
Oh.
dagger thing was fixed like spring loaded in the sheath.
The sheath is spring loaded, so it flies right the fuck out of your hand. Yeah. It's gone. It's gone.
It just in
like
those
the
samurai
dagger.
movies where the sword does the draw. It just does one of those. You hit a button,
Yeah.
or you could just draw it. But hitting the button's so much cooler. It's Bluetooth activated. It's from over here.
I've thought about design, like just coming up with the design.
You
for,
just stop. You just stop right now. Bluetooth activated sheaths.
No, I was thinking more like just a simple electronics, but anyway.
Oh, way more basic than that.
Oh yeah, like a tiny micro mortar you would activate by pressing a button. It just this tiny little slow moving blade. I thought it'd be funny as hell.
Apparently,
Super illegal.
Quartermaster has a top secret state of the art factory in Texas.
Okay, we could do a deep dive on this another day, but there's a whole
right.
like kind of there, kind of not controversy over the fact that they probably don't make a goddamn thing in the States. And it goes from there. But they claim to make everything in the States, but there have been questions raised. Anyway.
Okay, continue on. 3 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. A topic for another day.
I'm into it.
So they list SBW. I don't recognize what SBW is. Can you make out what
something Blade Works? Stone Blade Works? Something?
Oh, can I zoom in? Oh, it won't let me. Weird, I can't get any closer than 125%. That's so... It's a little
Are we
skull.
seriously going to take this photo by photo for the next 5 years worth of comments?
No, but I just want to see what you guys have to say about this. Do you think this belongs on the list then?
Yes,
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, yes, Dennis. Not Joe.
Some notable items instead of bullshit that we've never seen before.
All
Yep,
right.
Weird. Cool. I bet you the action is stupid because the blade is like a 1/4 inch thick.
Somebody's drawing.
By drop shot, I mean like on your fingers.
Drop. Why did that knife have a shark tooth?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, they're gonna call out the broken skull.
Yep. I don't have one of those sitting right here in my backpack if I can get to it in a timely fashion.
I may or may not be purchasing one of those fairly soon myself, actually.
Really?
You guys don't know about that, but shut your faces. Yeah.
In XHP or S35, and what color?
None of your business, and you'll find out in a couple weeks.
Okay.
It's a great friggin' knife.
All I'm saying is if you don't get the orange and the black, you failed, because it's the best color combination you can get.
Really? Is it now?
Halloweeny.
Tell me more about Emergency Rescue Orange.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
That has been a long time.
This guy? All right. Gratuitous knife shot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. The Tigger knife.
There you go.
Bouncy. Fun.
Monstrosity that it is.
It's like a
That's worth
telephone.
an that's worth an unsubscribe right there, if I've ever seen one.
You know what else is worth an unsubscribe? The Yakomando dagger.
Oh, there we go.
So
Oh,
before
they didn't get sued?
who didn't get sued? The person for posting it?
Rat
Finkelstein.
Finkenstein apparently is
Yeah.
the
Frankenstein.
There's
You
no
stop
R
that.
in there.
I'm not watching Young Frankenstein again. Not.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway.
Okay, so we're hour and
Yeah, we could
10 in, hour and 20 in. Yeah,
we could stop here. I mean,
I got a high note to leave on. 2 little high notes.
One more.
Okay.
I want to giggle one last time.
here's another defender for you to laugh at, Paul. It actually says the defender on it. Let me see if I can bring this up. Oh, wants me to subscribe. That's
It is officially a defender because it has the bar in the back where the knife is supposed to have a lock, but it's a fixed bladed. So they just cut the handles back and left the tang exposed.
Yep.
And you can put a lanyard on it. That's how you know.
Oh wow, I completely
Those
missed
mid-handled lanyards.
I missed
I
this
don't know where mine
monstrosity.
is right now, but it's
What-
somewhere around here.
What are those vaguely knuckly key-shaped things? Are those bullets? What are
Joe?
those?
You should feel ashamed of yourself
Why?
because you're pointing out garbage.
What about the gun blade?
You know what it is? It's garbage. That's what it is.
What do you think this
A
thread
bunch of
is?
garbage.
What do you think this thread is?
After you
sir?
passed by the $1,000 YAG Commando from Microtech, what do you think this list is? That Santoku had a Spartan grip and speed holes. God damn it! Respect.
Spartan grip and speed holes.
Hashtag slinging hamsters.
Your Spartan can grip whatever he wants. Anyway,
know.
No, there's certain rules of what's grip appropriate.
Your shield and your spear, Joe. Come on.
is the safe word Yakomando, but you have to
The
pronounce it
spear
correctly.
more than the shield. Let's be honest here.
A lot of spear action.
We're trying to save lives.
All right, fine. Twist my rubber arm and show us the high quality shit you've got showing.
Oh, it's actually absolutely nothing. I just wanted to mention the fact that all 6 versions of the Blade HQ Dapper are still available.
Oh,
So
okay.
a throwback from last week. Here we go. Last
Well,
topic, Blade HQ Dappers. We were wondering how quick they were going to go. Last Monday, they released it. So it's been a week. All 6 versions are available, which means the first run might have been the flash in the pan, and the second guys are just taking their time with it like I am. Waiting for the third market where I can buy one for 120 CAD. I'm just saying. 125. Okay, fine. Twist my rubber arm.
You never know. You might.
Anyway,
I'm
just for
into
the
it.
record.
Yeah.
And then one other note while we're here. I don't know how far back they made this, but Giant Mouse made a Ace Riv. So the Giant Mouse R Ace and then RIV. They make several versions, but of course I'm into the all TI because yeah.
RIV? Did I mishear?
Yeah, Giant Mouse Ace and then Riv.
Well, I'm not getting any results.
Well, not on Blade HQ, so maybe you should go to Giant Mouse's website. Sorry, I threw this at you last minute. I can't harass you too much.
No, it's all good. You did say while we're here, so I was very confused that I couldn't find it.
This channel so much. This gathering, as it were.
I understand. I get it now. Okay, so they're pillars, basically, just with better blades.
And it's a biblio, but it's a mini biblio, and they're claiming that it's more than just a mini biblio, but it's a mini biblio. And I like silly, stubby, small knives, and this is right up that category of techno-y good stuff. And I can flip or delete it and don't feel bad. And yeah, brass backspacers, because we were just talking about the Dapper. And the right one to buy is the green micarta with the brass backspacers. So of course I'm going to segue. That was way easier than yours, by the way, Joe. Into this titanium Riv with the brass backspacer. See how natural that was?
Not very.
To be fair,
Rolled right off the tongue.
To be fair, Joe made a segue, not knowing what my topic was. So
Yeah, he kind of set himself up for a fall on that one. He's like, "Oh, pressure's on, sons of bitches."
Yeah.
That's a good picture. I don't know who took it, but it wasn't Giant Mouse, that's for sure.
good looking knife. I like
I'm
it.
pretty sure Peter McKinnon took that shot or someone. So, now, I almost got my hands on a Grand, and I passed it up because of Major Lockrock. So, yeah, I'm just saying.
Fair.
You didn't want to take it upon yourself to overextend the lock bar to get it to lock up better?
Well, no, I just want to buy good knives, Joe.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand
the
what your
dream.
CRKT collection is like, and I can
Not my CRKT.
almost appreciate it. But
what's funny is none of my CRKTs do that, but I got a couple more expensive knives that do that.
But I bet you should probably bet some CRKTs in the other direction because of overextension on the lock bars.
No, actually, no.
Really?
Yeah, the only lock bar issue I've ever had with the CRKT is my M21, the G10 handled guy.
How many CRKTs do you have to go through before you find good ones? Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
no, they're all of mine have been good except for that one.
I'm slagging a little bit, but still.
Only a little bit.
It was, if you press on the back of the blade, the lock will slip, and it slips right out of position. And with a big old recurve hollow ground blade, yeah, sure, that's exactly what you want.
Well, and I mean, one of the big things for me slagging on CRKT is how many liner locks have we actually seen from them that are just like sliver thin liners.
Yeah.
Like, they're not ZT frame lock, and it's not an 804 on your hands. It's not a Wee knife. Well, it's kind of like a Wee knife angst.
They get pretty
This one
thin.
is very thin.
Yeah.
But very nice lockout so far. Hopefully
You haven't batoned with it yet? You're going to sharpen
Yeah.
it on the other side before you do some batoning work?
Well,
I want to be able to cut the wood as well as my baton.
Exactly. Get,
Work smarter, not harder, sir.
2 jobs done at once.
Yeah. That's my answer to what you have to say about your batoning. You had a wee knife tanks. You've made your choice. Gratuitous chopping shot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this light to sharpen. It's really good.
Okay.
This is on its way to Sharpie Sharp.
Is that like
Cool
sharpening
sort.
with magnets?
What?
Is that like sharpening with magnets?
I think it is. You
I mean-
you use UV light and magnets to make your knife sharp.
You forgot the essential oils. Thank you very much.
Okay, what kind of essential oils are we talking about?
Peppermint.
Oh, if you had said sandalwood, I would have been in. But
No.
although
No.
peppermint is actually what I put in my beard because animals don't like mint smell, so it keeps ticks and stuff. True story. True story. Mint scented beard oil is what I would use when I'm in the woods.
Mint scented beer oil.
Beard? There's a D on the end. I mean,
No, beer. Beer
it's
oil.
beer oil.
Look,
I don't think
if
you're
I drink
drinking
it
beer
messy
right,
enough,
sir.
it's both.
Anyway, useless fact to end it. I think we're ending. I wanted to end on nicer knives because Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
And the Riv is kind of a nice knife. They make a micarta handle version that Paul would probably be a sucker for because he's a hipster,
It's all.
I'm sorry, what?
He's a hipster. Jesus Christ,
Excuse
Dennis.
Excuse me for wanting to buy a Tilly hat, okay? Thank you very much.
Don't prove his point.
Don't let Dennis be right. That's no way to end this show.
It's basically just a pillar, man.
Man, if they made that thing with micarta on both sides and a liner instead of being a frame lock, because I'm pretty sure it's a frame lock. But
I think it is.
That's a good one.
no, bears are fine, Matt. Don't get me wrong. It's the ticks and the bugs and stuff that don't like the scent of mint. So
Yeah. The bear will keep you warm and keep you away from the ticks.
Of course. Have you seen his cute claws and fuzzy ears? We looked at them earlier tonight. Obviously,
Nothing with ears like that can be bad.
when it comes to cuddling, I'm going to make my choice Hellspawn. How would you like to cuddle? Hellspawn. It's the Hellspawn cuddle.
A little Hellraiser action.
Don't kink shame me.
I'm gonna. Just a little.
That's on a different channel.
Oh no.
It's still called the Pokey Packer. Different things.
Oh, dude, that's if it ever happens, that's how you know you're famous. If we get porn spoofed.
Oh.
All right, sir.
Don't even want to think about what
Sirs.
that would look like.
All the sirs. Yeah. So I think that about wraps it up.
I think so. A little bit more rambly tonight than usual, but that's okay.
Random topics.
Yeah.
You gotta think about your O face when you have the O knife in your hand. I'm just saying.
With your O light.
With your O light.
It's just not okay. Just say no.
That's
Just
how you
say
get the
no to
background lighting for your videos. You turn on your O light.
Background lighting? Just puts you in shadow.
For the gram, of course.
So somebody should go and follow us on the Pokey Factor Instagram. Somebody, one person.
Please.
Did we post pictures from last week, or did
No,
we?
Joe never
even...
sent them to me.
Cool. We even had good photos. You could splice a 3-way photo of our EDC pictures just because we're dicks and like check out what we were carrying. But whether Joe sends the photos or not, that's really the variable.
Who knows?
While you're doing that, thanks to everyone again for donating on Patreon. I know we're just kicking around on Sunday nights.
I need to derail you for one quick moment just to appreciate Ben's comment in chat. Oh, knife.
Mic drop?
Mic drop.
Exactly.
Why is there a microphone in your bedroom?
The same reason there's a 4K camera.
Just because you own a karaoke machine doesn't mean you have to use it for karaoke. That's all I'm saying. Like, yes.
Did you need the guy with the boom mic? Yeah. Yes, obviously. If you want good, correct depth of sound, yes.
That is when you're the grip assistant, you do not get credit for that type of work. I'm just saying.
Grip assistant, huh?
There's some Hollywood terms to round it out there. I was thanking Patreon members because they have been subscribing for us to just bullshit on Sundays. So we really do appreciate it. And we're going to give you a thank you back for sure. Probably in a couple different ways. Finger guns. So, yeah.
It's not just a cheap innuendo. We actually have multiple different things planned.
It's mostly innuendo, though.
But thanks for sticking it out for as long as you have. We definitely appreciate it.
Sticking it.
Out.
All right, are we signing off? Is that all we're doing here?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're probably going to come up with another review next week, whether it's your angst, whether it's my Nesme, whether it's some other crap. We had a Mylea come across the board. We might actually do a review next week. We'll see what happens. But until next week, guys, thanks for joining us. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
And I'm xl.ca.
We'll catch you again next time. Take care.
Your bushcraft knife sucks, by the way. My bushcraft knife will beat up your bushcraft knife.
Is that your bushcraft knife?
My EDC carry is better than yours.
Screw you, man. Where's my grizzly cub? My EDC knife.
EDC grizzly.
Mm-hmm. Cub. I only need the baby to do the job.
It's not as
I
good
don't
as
even
mine.
need Mama Bear.
I don't like the way that sentence went.
Yeah, the cubs. I'm okay with Mama Bear.